Reliability has been an integral factor in choosing cars, especially today where automotive prices are steadily increasing due to several factors. So right from the get-go, you don't want to get wrong with what you pick. Otherwise, you will regret a lot for something that should have been a high-value long-term investment. It's just a good thing that you can already identify the reliability of a particular vehicle by its brand alone. Of course, I am downright aware that this kind of metric isn't always true, but in the grand scheme, there are just brands that are consistent in making dependable production vehicles. Let's check them now. Hello everyone. This is Ted from CarlandTV. Take the back seat, as in this episode, I am going to give you a rundown of some of the most reliable car brands in the United States, as well as those brands people consider unreliable, according to the latest annual survey of Consumer Reports. Before I start, I would like to ask you the favor of hitting the subscribe and notification bells. They help the channel a lot. Now buckle up and let's get back to the video. For the most reliable brands, we need to start with Mini. Mini is a subsidiary of BMW, and apparently, the brand received solid approval among U.S. car consumers based on the latest survey of Consumer Reports. Well, I am not really actually surprised by this, given that the brand has been with us for quite some time already. As far as I know, the modern Mini was established by BMW in 2000. The Mini got a score of 71 out of 100 for its reliability, which is already significant in my opinion. After all, the market of Mini cars isn't the entire general public. Its compact yet stylish vehicles are meant for those aficionados who want to drive handsomely. They aren't your usual family commuters, and certainly not those who can haul cargo during your weekend trips. It's just a good thing that they offer smooth and comfortable rides. You can even say that these Mini vehicles can cover a decent mileage. Over the years, they have proven their durability and sustained only a few issues in areas such as body integrity and electrical systems. In the grand scheme, the number of those reliability concerns is just negligible. Of course, you can really see BMW's influence on these Mini cars. They aren't inexpensive, but the kind of materials and engineering used in their development are far from being awful. One of the most familiar production cars under this brand is the Mini Cooper. It has already attained an iconic status, plus it is agile and fun to drive. You may also want to see the Mini Countryman, which is a quirky compact crossover, or the Mini Clubman if you want something bigger and more practical than the Cooper. Toyota. The appearance of Toyota in Consumer Reports' reliability ranking didn't surprise me anymore. If the discussion is about reliability, you can never take Toyota out of the conversation. Many of its cars, even the older ones, are actually capable of achieving 300,000 miles or more before calling it quits. Believe me or not, there aren't many vehicles today that can hold out for that long. Obviously, the long-term durability that Toyota production cars offer is the reason why many Americans see them as an excellent purchase. They aren't prone to unexpected breakages or out-of-schedule repairs due to faulty engines, transmissions, or electronics. Instead, they offer low maintenance costs, which in turn solidifies their placement in the used market. According to the latest data from Consumer Reports, Toyota has received a predicted reliability score of 76 in the U.S. market. And boy, this really means that when it comes to the reliability department, Toyota outlasts a number of American or European car brands. Currently, the customer base of Toyota in the United States is hot in buying the likes of the RAV4, Corolla, and Camry. Even if you aren't a fan of Toyota, you probably recognize these vehicles already. Lexus. Based on the 2024 Consumer Reports annual survey, American consumers pointed to the Lexus as the most reliable car brand in the United States. In particular, the said brand got a score of 79 out of 100, with owners citing few to no issues on its production vehicles. The engine performance, transmission, and electronics used on Lexus are by far solid and impervious to flaws, and this has been the narrative of the brand since its inception in 1989. You might not know this, but Lexus is actually under the umbrella of the Toyota Motor Corporation. So while it caters to Western markets, the production of its cars is mostly sourced in Japan. I think there's also a Lexus plant in Georgetown, Kentucky, and another one in Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. Unlike its parent company, the thrust of Lexus is geared toward the luxury segment. In particular, I can say that Lexus cars blend practicality and luxury. They aren't as fragile as other luxury vehicles, which allowed them to establish a solid rapport among American buyers. At the same time, the engineering, materials, and tech of Lexus cars are nothing short of impressive. If you want to have the best Lexus experience, I highly recommend you check out the Lexus RX, which is a mid-size luxury SUV, the Lexus ES, which is one of my favorite luxury sedans due to its upscale interior and refined ride, and the Lexus NX for its fuel efficiency and on-road performance. Now that I've got covered, let's check the least reliable car brands in the United States based on the same Consumer Reports survey. Lincoln. Lincoln is a controversial pick, but I'll try my best to explain as to why it is at the bottom of the Consumer Reports predicted reliability survey. To be honest, it's not the first time for Lincoln to be subjected to reliability concerns. But then again, it surprises many people, because first, the brand is a source of luxury production cars, and two, its parent company is Ford. And for the most part, Ford is quite competent in making rugged and long-lasting vehicles. As far as the report goes, Lincoln vehicles are known for their frequent electrical issues and transmission failures. They have high recall rates, too. For example, certain 2020 to 2023 Lincoln Aviator and 2018 to 2021 Lincoln Navigator have been recalled by Ford already. But is this really a justification for Lincoln to suffer a poor reputation in terms of its reliability? That's not for me to answer. But what I know is that so far, Lincoln cars have been good. Like I've seen Lincoln Navigators reaching 250,000 miles with no powertrain issues at all, aside from the usual belt and chain concerns. Perhaps the reason they are seen as unreliable is because first, they are very expensive to repair, given that Lincoln cars aren't cheap at all. If a part needs to be replaced, you need to ready your wallet because you need to burn cash for it. Second, I think it has to do with the experimental tech used on Lincoln vehicles. Sure, they are cool and all, but once they fail, how can you troubleshoot them? Jeep. Can you imagine that an off-roading brand is considered by Americans to have the weakest reliability factor? Don't take it from me. Take it from Consumer Reports, as based on its survey, the brand only has a predicted reliability of 46 out of 100. Now, why is this the case? Well, to be honest, the issue is pretty much branched off. But as far as I can guess, many Jeep vehicles are prone to electrical and mechanical problems, many of which have prompted multiple recalls. It's not an isolated case, as cars like the Grand Cherokee and Wrangler are always on the chopping board due to these concerns. For example, the Jeep Wrangler has good off-road performance, but its body integrity and transmission are in question. So, can you still trust Jeep? I don't know. It's really up to you. If we are just going to anchor our decision based on popularity, then Jeep is really the go-to brand for off-roading SUVs. But if you want some alternatives, then you can check out off-roading rides like the Chevrolet Colorado, Ford Explorer, Rivian R1S, or even the Toyota Sequoia. Chrysler. Chrysler is the same as Jeep in the sense that both are under the Stellantis company. However, Chrysler is significantly older, as this one has been with us since 1925. The brand doesn't require too much introduction at this point. Its primary market is full-size sedans like the Chrysler 300 and minivans, with the Chrysler Pacifica leading the bunch. I am just curious as to why a century-old brand still hasn't perfected the process of manufacturing highly reliable vehicles. It already has the blueprint. It already has a lot of competition to replicate. So, despite all those things, why is Chrysler still stuck? The Pacifica Hybrid in particular took the worst of the blows. I mean, by the end of 2023, it was unanimously declared as the least reliable car. To be fair, the market for hybrids and electric cars isn't that robust as of late, but the Pacifica Hybrid is just on its all-time low. It has an assortment of problems, to say the least. Its charging system is faulty, its battery doesn't hold charge, and even its engine is susceptible to sudden breakages. Thanks for sticking to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and share buttons. I know it's a chore, but it helps the channel a lot. Until next time, drive safely.